Alright, what's up YouTube? It's Scotty, and we're back for another ride. We're going to take out this 2022 Honda Fury, and we're going to chat about it. You know, kind of by the time I got my motorcycle license, the chopper fad had kind of died, you know, but I grew up watching, you know, American Chopper, all those cheesy shows, and I've never gotten to ride a chopper, so we're going to ride a Japanese chopper today. Before we get it out on the road, let's take some quick looks at this bad boy, some glamour shots, and then I'll see you in the rest of the video. Thanks for watching. Alrighty then, we're gonna see what the Fury's all about here. The sound in the Fury. Little Faulkner reference for you there. I'll tell you what, these things sound pretty good. Let's you know, let's cut to a little sound clip of this thing running. So yeah, anyway, as we are following this certainly illegal form of transportation in front of us here, I think he may have flipped us off. I'm not certain about that. That was interesting. He's going to let us around. Appreciate that. All right, we're back on the Fury. Hell yeah, man, this thing rips. Whoops. Really impressive so far on the Fury. You know, it's so the bike that we're on here, it's in an interesting color. We'll call it CC Powersports yellow. But pretty awesome looking bike, honestly. You know, it's kind of a bike from a different era in a lot of ways. Honda still makes it though. And they still sell them. People still love these things. They've got kind of a cult following. What you basically get with the Fury is a 1300 and I think 12 cc. Don't hold me exactly to that smaller number there. It may be 1318. I don't know. I think it's 1312 though, if I remember looking at the spec book correctly. And it's going to put out, I think, around 56 horsepower and a pretty decent 72 foot-pounds of torque. So this thing will get down. 5-speed gearbox. You know, I kind of think it would have been smart to go with a 6, but I do believe this bike has a 5-speed transmission. And we'll get a little bit of what it feels like on the freeway. Obviously, we don't get a lot of freeway riding with this route that we're doing today because we are just taking this bike over to get inspected. It is already sold. I kind of like it. I'm not gonna lie. It moves, man. No problems. Of course, it's a 1300. It's got a humongous engine. Runs really good. Honestly, like the seating position, it's comfortable. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like I said, this bike is definitely from a bit of a bygone era. You know, the looks definitely harken back to you know, the Orange County Choppers era. Let's say the early to mid 2000s. You know, you remember that. A lot of foil and flaky shiny stuff on our t-shirts, and everybody was riding choppers, man. It was the thing to do. Stretched out fat back tires, huge front wheels, and horrible cornering. But, you know, obviously I never got to really ride those because, like I said in the opening, I didn't have a motorcycle license at that time. I was a youngin', you know. But I have to say, like, this bike, you know, side to side is not bad. You know, slow cornering, backing this thing up into a parking spot. It's not the tightest, obviously. It's low and slung, and you know, it's meant for cruising, and it'll do that well. And we have traffic. What do you know? Another day in downtown Louisville. Yeah, so it's not going to be like you know, the best you know, commuter bike. Although you could totally commute on it. It's actually pretty comfortable, I'm not going to lie. I didn't know what to expect when I got on this thing. I guess you could say I'm impressed. It's pretty comfortable. It's not the, like I said, in the looks department, it might not be for me, but it might be for you if you like choppers. If you kind of like that more classic, you know, that more classic chopper look, this has definitely got it. But it's got all of the Japanese reliability that you want. And, you know, here's another good point to bring up as we're sitting in traffic. Liquid cooled, you know. So it's got that, like, V-twin look, but it is liquid cooled, I believe. I think there's a radiator right there. There is a radiator down there. Can you see it from this side? Whoop. So, she's cool, baby. That's actually really awesome. I wonder if I can get over here. Just see what's crappening. So yeah, we're on the beautiful 2nd Street Bridge, and it's controversial yellow color. I like this color. A lot of Louisvillians, Kentuckianians, whatever you want to call the people that live around here. A lot of people don't like this color, but I think it's cool. It makes it kind of stand out a little bit from the other bridges, and as this is the oldest bridge still in use in Louisville, Kentucky, at least for automobiles. I think the Big 4 bridge over yonder that is now just a walking and cycling bridge, it might be a little older, but I don't know. You know, don't hold me to that. I'm not a Louisville historian, so I don't know that. I don't know if that's a fact. I'm just bullshitting. There is actually an older bridge over here that trains still use. If you can see that bridge over there. And there's another even older one over there that cars actually used to drive across. And I think that was the original bridge to Louisville for cars. So that one's even a little older. But we're giving a Louisville history lesson from the seat of Honda Fury today. You know, I mean, I guess when you're sitting in traffic, there's not so much you can really talk about. But unfortunately, we can't lane split here in Louisville, Kentucky. So we got to just kind of suck it up. Uh-oh. Stalled her. Just kind of got to suck it up and ride it out. But I got to say, it's not that bad sitting in traffic on this thing. Sitting in traffic on... I've sat in traffic on big American V-twins, and they get hot. They get hot. You know, maybe this will be the perfect time for a Honda DCT motorcycle with no clutch. That's probably the best motorcycle you could have for sitting in traffic on. Unfortunately, this one's got a clutch, or fortunately, in my opinion. Man, I wish we could do a little more riding on this thing. I'd give you a little more of my opinion, but shoot. Maybe I'll just ride this out, and when we get cleared up and we get moving again, I'll holler back at you. So for you, this will be mere milliseconds. For me, it'll be, I'm going to say 10 minutes to an eternity of suffering in traffic. So I'll see you here in a bit. Whew! Oh, and we're out of the traffic. Wow, so that was really easy for you, not so easy for me. That was a long time, people. But, hey, it's liquid cooled. It's not that hot. My clutch hand, however, a little wore out. So, overall, not too bad. We're finally through it. They've got a lane closed here. Looks like they're doing some paint work. So, all good. Let's keep talking about the Fury. I don't know if I mentioned its weight earlier. As I'm holding it up this ramp, it's a portly 681 pounds. But when we're talking in cruiser terms, I guess it's really not that bad. So 681 pounds. It's not a featherweight, but like I said, in the cruiser market, not too bad. And it doesn't feel bad. And it's got plenty of get up and go. We've talked about its power. It's like I said, it's got its market. I think that to the right person, this bike's probably amazing. And being a Honda in typical Honda quality, the fit and finish is amazing. It's going to be super reliable. Honda's been making this motor for a very long time. I think this bike, don't hold me to this. I don't know, but I feel like it came out around 05. It may be 06. Could have been even earlier. The VTX line of motorcycles has been around for a long time. This one being the VTX 1300, I think had been around a long time. They even made an 1800, I feel like, for a minute, and that was really cool. Big motor. Wish they still made that. They don't make that bike anymore. But, I'm a Honda guy, so I like Hondas, and this thing, it just, everything is nice. It shifts great. The gearbox is phenomenal. The clutch pull, although sucks in traffic, is not bad. All the buttons have a nice feel, even though they are, a little bit, they're plastic. Like I said, this is an affordable motorcycle, though. I think it's like $11,500. Maybe it's like $11,599. Don't hold me to that. I'll put the price right here. So, whatever that number is. But, it's a pretty affordable bike for what it is. It's a huge motor. You could definitely have a passenger on this thing, no problem. I'm sure there's plenty of extras for that. Like I said, they've been making this bike for a long time. So, all kinds of extras and add-ons, I'm sure. I've seen these things blacked out. They look pretty cool. I remember, I honestly saw one at a gas station one time. A guy had completely blacked out. He had kind of restyled it a little bit. I didn't even recognize it. I honestly didn't know what it was until he told me. A really good-looking motorcycle. But, guys do all kinds of stuff to these. They've been making them for long enough where there's just loads of custom parts for them. You can definitely make them your own. And Honda kind of touts a lot of their motorcycles as more of like a make-your-own type thing. The Rebel, famous, the newer generation Rebel famously is super customizable. They really want you to make it your own. And this bike is kind of no different, but it already has that custom look straight from the factory. So, honestly, if you find one of these on the used market, or if you find one new, like this one, I think it could be a pretty good scoop up. It's an interesting motorcycle. It's not. This is not the attitude I went into it with was just like it's just not for me. But as with most motorcycles, once I ride one, I end up liking it. And this thing is so comfortable. I can't believe how comfortable it is. It's you could really ride one of these for a pretty good while. The suspension feels nice. Definitely nicer than a Hog. So I gotta say, I'm impressed. The sound and the Fury. Great book, great motorcycle. Definitely come and check one out. I'm gonna get this thing inspected for its new owner. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe for more content, more me bullshit and rambling on the bridge about the history of Louisville or whatever I end up doing that day. Talk about some motorcycles, mountain bikes, whatever. It's been Scotty with Evil Castrigal, and yeah, I'll check you later.